Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. Welcome. Hello and welcome. Good morning, good day, good life to you all. We hope it is well. We are closing out October, and man, that was fast.
Man,
That was fast. That was pretty fast. And the wrestling news has slowed down a bit, but we all know why, because we're gearing up. Saudi Mania 5, Survivor Series, both are on the way. So, they're giving us a little break. Season premieres have already passed. They've done what they had to do. And other organizations are making some moves as well. And we about to talk about as much as we can in the time that we got you here. So, man, it's time to talk about wrestling like nobody else in the world, which means it's time for the first Black Champ podcast. And I'm still the big Cam from the port.
Yo, and I am JR Bang. Make sure you rate, like, subscribe, download, wherever you get your favorite podcast. The FBC. Make sure you follow us on everything. Go ahead and get that merch. You see Camp got the hoodie on. And look, we're going to go ahead and get started because full disclosure, I am podcasting under pain.
Yeah, man.
I got 2 of my 4 wisdom tooth taken out on Friday. So for me to be doing this podcast shows y'all how much I mess with y'all, all right? Because if I really didn't give a fuck, I would not be doing this podcast right now because the right side of my mouth is kind of sore. Pause.
Yeah.
And no, I'm not off the perks, Ross. Like
perkcast.
Yeah, I'm not like I don't like taking pain pills.
Yeah,
I don't. I am not the ibuprofen guy. Like I will be around here in pain and shit until I have to. Now maybe after this podcast I will, because this is probably going to be the most that I have talked like consecutively all weekend long. I
want to ask you a real quick question about like post procedure. Did your dentist, orthodontist, did they ask you what do you take for like pain or medication when they were trying to recommend what to do afterwards?
Yeah.
Yo, hey, and because real quick, because I had a dental procedure as well a couple of weeks ago, and he asked me that, and I was like, nothing. He was like, what you mean you don't take nothing? I was like, no, for real, I don't take nothing. Like, I don't have like, I was like, I used to, like, don't get me wrong, but then I started seeing the chiropractor and I just started drinking more water and stretching and getting some sleep. I was like, I only try the natural ways. And, I'm not in a legalized state. So I didn't want to tell him. I was like, well, I'm about to hit these indicas real quick, just in case. I never know how to gauge that with a physician. You know what I'm saying? Because what I have, I think is more effective and it's safer than what y'all giving me at Walgreens. And I used to work there. So I read labels. That's why I really don't mess with a lot of stuff. But when he asked me that, I was just like, nothing. He was like, nothing. So you don't take nothing. He's like, when you have a headache, I was like, I don't. I was like, no. I was like, when I have a headache, I drink ice cold water and lay down for like 20 minutes with my eyes closed. That's what I do. He was like, oh. I was like, yeah. I was like, yo, I try not to do the OTC thing, man. It's just, I was like, nah, I don't want to be dependent on that to like relieve myself of anything. He was like, oh, he's like, that's actually good. He's like, but man, if you are in pain, like take something. I was just like, I will, but it won't be that.
Yeah, I already take too much medicine, what I'm saying, with diabetes. I'm already, shooting myself and taking metformin. I don't need to take no more other shit.
Facts.
Right. And my high blood pressure shit. And I'm almost off that. I don't need to take no more pills, nigga. Nope, I'm straight. I don't need to be up in this motherfucker like it's M&M's. Just, hey, what we good? You know this part? Nah, I'm straight. And I do got a high like threshold of pain. I've always had a high threshold of pain, so I don't have to really take much. I just be like, all right, let me just chill out and shut up. Just go up in another room and just like chill and relax. Like yesterday was probably when I felt it the most. And that was mostly talking to my father, and you know how my father is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
shout out to your pops too, by the way.
Yeah, shouts out to him. I be just trying to like nip shit in the bud, especially when it comes to sports. So, he got to get his Bears thoughts off. And and I mess with insiders. So I be knowing shit that be going on in the building. So you already know how that works.
Yo, hold up. I got to share this story. I think this might have been about a decade ago by now. I'm over the residence. I don't care. Can we use your government last name on here?
The Bang residence.
Yeah, we're at the Bang residence, the OG Bang residence, right? Bears game on, fever pitch. Game got kind of tight. Bang Pops was like, come on, do this for me. He said, do this one for me. And Bang sat there like, nigga, who's you? I was like, yo, don't do your Pops like that. He really want this field goal.
Nah, I am, for the most part, like if y'all listen to some dude podcast, or if y'all listen to I Ain't Gonna Hold You, I've become a realistic Bears fan. Like the double doink is the last time I was like legit hurt.
Yeah, that was a rough moment.
But other than that, like, especially when you know some of the shit that be going on in the building, like when you get the text message and you be like, oh shit. And I've learned not to have certain conversations with family in general around sports. This is the underrated part of being in media, when you have family members who are so entrenched in sports. It's like wrestling. Like, it's predetermined, but you have people on the internet that talk about this shit like it's the Super Bowl. Like, no, this is predetermined, but what they do in the ring hurts.
Yeah, for sure.
But they know who's gonna win before they come out there. Now, in sports, that's not the case. Well, it may not be the case depending on who you tell, because I forgot who my man name was, but he said there was a script. I think it was Arian Foster who was like, we get a script at the beginning of the year, and niggas went all the way left with that one. But
yeah, Arian Foster was wild.
But when you know a lot of the shit that goes on in the buildings of some of these spots, or if you get text messages and all of those things, you can't have a conversation with other niggas about that shit.
Yeah,
because the other niggas don't want to hear that shit. They are knee deep in what they believe. My father's one of those people that is knee deep in what he believes, and he don't want to hear shit else. It's Santa Claus is real, nigga, and you can't tell me nothing different. Like, we had a conversation. He was, I'm about to tell you right now what's gonna happen. Like, what's gonna happen, Pop? And Miriam driving, she already know where this is gonna go, so she irritated already. I'm like, damn, I don't want this to go left because my whole right side of my mouth hurt, and I'm right-handed. I do everything on this side, so I'm fucked. Let me tell you what now. No, that white boy gonna come in, and he gonna do good. I think they gonna win, and that's gonna cause a controversy, and people gonna be, look, Pops. Bears got to win. The Bears don't win, none of this matters. Like, you want to keep Justin, you think Justin is good? I think Justin Fields is good too. But if them niggas got the first pick in the NFL draft, they getting another quarterback. They got to win. Simple as that. Bears can't be 3-14 again, nigga. Everybody go. Well, that's bullshit.
What? 3-14? Nobody wants to be 3-14.
Again, 2 years in a row, nigga. Everybody got to go. We just gonna keep drafting quarterbacks and letting them go, and can't nobody. Pops, you have to draft a quarterback and pay him $10 million, or pay a nigga who been 3-14 2 years in a row $30 million.
Yeah. And
start the shit all over with. Well, no, man, shit. I pay him $30 million. I think it's
oh man. Shout to Ross. Oh man. That's hilarious.
All right, do what you want to do with your money. All right. I'm just telling you, you know doggone well. What I'm just trying to tell you how I feel. No, that's how my father. I love my father. I love my father and my uncle, and I can do them both. I can do them folks. You know, my father. Pee Wee, and then here come Pee Wee. Nah, big boy. They do the movements and shit. Nah, big boy. And then they both Packers and Green Bay. Like my father's a Bears fan, my uncle's a Packers fan, and they twins.
That's what's so wild to me. That's the wildest dynamic I think within your family that exists. Everything else seems kind of normal to me, but the twin brothers that are Bears and Packers fans, but they love each other. Like that's what's so wild. Like they have no beef, y'all. They have
except
no
for 2
beef.
times
I've been
a year.
to both of their houses. I've seen them both in the same place. They are some of the nicest humans I have ever met in the Chicagoland area and in life. And I promise you, that is the wildest dynamic because they grew up with a time when it was real beef.
Yeah,
the Bears and the Packers.
Them niggas don't like each other twice a year.
Oh,
unless a family shit happens. And then next thing you know is like the first game of the year. I know my dad cried. I know he cried. I know my father cried. He cried because he thought, oh man, shit, Aaron Rodgers ain't there, Green Bay, we go, and they was both from Mississippi together.
Yeah.
Let me just say this: they was watching the game in a whole nother state together, and this nigga, I did not. And what's crazy is my uncle passed away that next day, so I called my father. Was like, yo, got something to tell you. I think some shit might happen, but I'm just giving you the heads up. Just call me tomorrow. I know the Bears game today. Now you got me thinking. Let's go ahead and think about that Bears game. Well, shit, Pee Wee think it's sweet. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got Aaron Rodgers. I'm telling you, they ain't got Aaron Rodgers no more. So we gonna whoop their ass. Pee Wee in the background. Nah, big boy. I don't give a damn if they ain't got Aaron Rodgers, they ain't got Brett Favre, they ain't got Don Majkowski. I don't give a damn. We beating their ass tonight. Now, of course, we all was mad that day if you was a Bears fan because we thought it was our time. But I ain't talked to my father. Next time I talked to my father, I told him my uncle passed away.
Damn.
And he was like, damn.
Nigga, that probably hurt less than the Packers beat.
Right.
Yo.
I think the shock didn't. The shock didn't wear in yet. It didn't get in yet. He was like, damn, because there's an uncle that's close to us. It just didn't wear in. It ain't hit him yet. And he was just like, got to deal with Pee Wee, goddamn ass. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Then he called me a couple of hours later. He was like, wait a minute. What you tell me? Oh, shit.
Right. Like, now that they really just sat there like, wait a minute.
What the hell? What happened? And if you've ever heard my father or my uncle talk, that's how they talk. Damn, what the hell happened? But when he was knee deep in Bears Packers shit, it was they're gonna fuck us up for the whole rest of the year now. I hope not, but first goddamn game of the season, you supposed to let these goddamn Packers know. Pee Wee in the background. Nah, see, I told that big boy. Big boy, I told you. Nah, I told you. Now you ain't want to believe me. You got your ass whooped. Now you mad. No, Pee Wee, shut the fuck up. No, you shut the fuck up. You like them goddamn Bears and shit. Yeah. No goddamn way. Bears ain't gonna win shit. And you still like them and you get mad every goddamn weekend when your ass don't win or make the playoffs. Just come on over here.
He said, hey, he wanted to convert like now though. Hey, that's wild. Hey, but I will say though, for even though I've watched football less and less over the last 10 years, I did once I realized that, oh wow, Aaron Rodgers is going to the Jets. I was like, oh man, the Bears should do what they do now because he was really the one that was saving them. And of course, we had to have the game on one of my jobs, and I was like, ooh, damn. I was like, I don't even want to check my timeline. I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep working. I'm going to just let this day go by. They was like, why? I was like, man, because I'm from Illinois. And I was like, I'm sure my uncle quiet. I was like, but the rest of my friends, are going mad right now, and I don't want to see that for them. I just don't want to see it. You know,
I got Detroit niggas mad at me right now. I had Detroit. Like, who give a fuck about Detroit Lions?
You know, I mean, they're good to have one spectacular season where nothing happens. Like nothing, no end result is like positive.
Like, who in life just be like, you know what? I love them Detroit Lions. But Detroit Lions.
Irk.
Like Irk.
That's it. Shout out to Irk. You're the only you're the only Lions fan I know. Like
he
a real
Detroit.
one.
Like he from Detroit, so it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like name me another nigga not from Detroit.
Yeah.
That's a Detroit Lions fan that don't have no roots whatsoever in Detroit. There are people that has no roots in Chicago who are Chicago Bears, Bulls, Packers fans. Like, go overseas. Like, half of overseas are Bulls fans because of Michael Jordan.
Absolutely.
Detroit fans. Like, there's no nigga in Uzbekistan that's like, you know what? I'm a Detroit Lions fan because of Barry Sanders.
Oh God!
Like no nigga in Scotland is like, hey, that's Scott Mitchell. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you know, there's nobody in Belarus that's like, hey man, Eric Kramer.
No, Eric Kramer is
wild. So let's stop the cap, fam. Only Detroit care about Detroit, fam.
That's a fact.
There's no nigga in past the Pacific Ocean. It's like, I'm happy about them Detroit Lions. You know what I'm saying? All right, man, let's go ahead and knock out some of this wrestling joint. Hey, man, before we get to like actual like in-ring wrestling, there was some big news that happened in wrestling this weekend that had nothing to do with the in-ring product, so to speak. First, the thing that that hit us last night. Impact Wrestling is no more.
Yes.
There's no more Impact Wrestling, but that don't mean that the company's done, because in January it is back to being Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, TNA, the name that was famous from the beginning when they were founded by Jeff Jarrett and company, and you know, they was doing the little mini pay-per-views and shit. Ken Shamrock, the first TNA NWA World Champion and all of that stuff. Well, they going back to that. They going back to that time. They're not going to bring, you know, the 6-sided ring and stuff like that, I don't think.
But let's pray to God now.
You know what I'm saying? but TNA is back. What's your thoughts on the name change of the company? Because this is interesting.
Yeah, it is very interesting. I don't get a chance to watch TNA that much, and I definitely haven't been to an event yet, but I'm hoping to make that happen here soon.
Hey, y'all, it's right down the street from his house.
That's true. It is, and my apologies. But you know, hey, look, I'm gonna finally not work 7 days a week, start next week. So let's see what happens. You did like trust me. Hey, when I make it somewhere, that means it's happening later. and that's how I've been able to do it. But I will say that I like this for people like me that didn't necessarily give the original TNA a chance because the ring is stupid as fuck, or because I like this main event mafia thing and I see this guy AJ Styles, but y'all still gave Christian the title, so I'm out. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like it's those things like that. With their current roster constructed, I think it looks like, and y'all feel free to correct and educate me if I am wrong here, but this current roster constructed looks like what it was attempting to do about 20 years ago now, because it's 2023. But they now have the elevation of younger stars, the elevation of indie people, so they don't have to rely on your storied veterans. Like, you know, this organization doesn't need your Sting, Booker T, Kevin Nash, Perk Angle, even though it was a great run, Hulk Hogan. Like, they don't need those guys to get eyes, ears, and attention on the product, because we're seeing other organizations with just lesser stars or people that are not as big of stars as they are, and they can thrive with that. Naomi, obviously from WWE, but she's Trinity there, and she's not old. She's not an old talent. She's still obviously got a lot left in the tank. And with her and a few others, I think it just it increases that original legacy of TNA, which did spawn a few great young stars. But at the end of the day, I don't know if for sure they get as much admiration, respect, and praise as they should have based on who they were using in the company to kind of get it over the hump.
Yeah, I remember when I first started learning about the pay-per-views that they had going on, which I thought was interesting. It was crazy that the pay-per-views made me interested at the fact that it was like, yo, I got to pay to watch this shit. That made me interested in the product. Not even knowing that like R-Truth is like a 2-time NWA world champion through TNA.
Right.
And everything. But when they got the deal, I think it was 2004 with Fox Sports and getting the seat. I wasn't a fan of the 6-sided ring. I just like this shit was interesting, but it's wrestling and I'm gonna watch it. That just shows you again how much I like wrestling. If it's on TV, I'm probably gonna watch it.
Yeah.
So seeing Monty Brown was the first person in TNA that caught my eye. First of all, I was like, yo, it's a cold ass black dude. He got a move called the Pounce. He say he from the Serengeti. He used to play football. He be saying wild shit. I'm watching. AJ Styles was next because it was like, I do be flipping his ass off. Okay, cool. Start seeing like Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, Frankie Kazarian, Abyss. When I saw Abyss, that was the clincher.
Okay.
Because Abyss, I was like, all right, they got their own Mick Foley, but this dude looked like Leatherface. So it's like,
yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna see what's up with it. And I became a fan, like a real big fan, But again, I like wrestling, so as long as the product is decent, we gonna be good. It was it kind of fell off the rails. First of all, let me say this too. I was a fan of the Main Event Mafia because I thought that was some of the funniest shit on TV.
Yeah, for sure.
What Booker T was doing, saying the Jamaican voice at one point, and then I think Booker T came into his own.
Yeah.
Like as a character, like don't get me wrong, Booker T. If you ever see this, don't get me wrong. I am as big as a Booker T fan as anybody in the world. I'm not just a Booker T fan. I'm a Cole and the Kane fan. back when y'all was cocaine.
Right.
I wasn't even calling y'all Harlem Heat. I was like, oh shit, cocaine on TV because it's cocaine.
Yeah.
But I believe that his personality came out a lot more in TNA. And it was just hilarious. Like when he ran down and he was commentating while he was whooping everybody's ass and shit. Yeah. Like you wasn't gonna get to do that shit in the WWE.
No, not at all.
However, start to fall off the rails when Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff came up in there and shit started getting real. Not real, but weird. Now I am an Aces and Eights fan. I think I read somewhere they said that was the worst faction ever, and I disagree.
Really? No.
Yeah, the rest of what they named it the worst faction, and I totally disagree. But then it started getting weird when the other joint. Well, once they changed it to Impact, and then Global Force, Jeff Jarrett had founded the Global Force Wrestling. And then they end up merging with TNA and all of that stuff. That's when shit started to get a little bit weird. And I was like, all right, you know what? I'm straight.
Yeah.
Even though Bobby Lashley was in that bitch, Drew Galloway, McIntyre was in there, Cody Rhodes. You saw the LAX, the new version of LAX was up in that joint. And even some of the wrestlers that you see right now.
Mm-hmm.
Alberto Del Rio was up in that joint. They was bringing in the Bullet Club from time to time. I mean, considering the people and where they at now,
yeah,
it was hella decent, but it was just so much shit.
Yeah.
That was going on. Like I think at one time, what's my man name that was in Nexus? The one that was doing the flips and shit. The flip.
The
African, the white African nigga.
Yeah. Oh, that's Justin nasty. Gabriel.
There you go, Justin Gabriel. Because he turned like he's like real name is like PJ Black or some shit. Yeah. But like he was like the champ over there, and I was like, why?
Yeah.
Whatever. But that's when it started getting weird, and I really tuned out. Mm-hmm. But with this new crop of people that you have on the TNA roster, I do have. They're first of all, they're number 3. It's WWE, it's AEW, it's TNA.
Okay.
But with the other news that came out this weekend, definitely have questions on how long that's gonna last. And I know you do too, considering they have some of your favorite people where it's not been officially announced yet, but reportedly NWA will be having a TV deal, and that TV deal will be with the CW network. For those who don't know, CW Network is the white offshoot of the WB.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Basically, what the fuck happened?
Later, Wayans, get that shit out of here.
When black folks built up UPN and WB, and it got to a certain level, it's like, we need Dawson's Creek on this bitch.
Yeah.
And we need some more white programming. They merged. It became the CW. And you start seeing white programming like, more Dawson's Creek, Vampire Diaries, reality TV shows with mostly white people. That shit went from black to Manila real quick.
Yeah, for sure.
But they're reportedly going to have some wrestling on there now. And from what I know, what I think, CW is seeing in more television homes than Axis, which is where TNA is. So it's going to be very interesting. Also, reportedly in the deal is a reality show around the making of NWA, which some of these wrestlers, Kerry Morton, Thrill Billy is two people that you talked about, Chris Adonis, EC3, who's currently the champion, Camille Brickhouse, I know Trevor Murdoch, some other names that's on there too.
Yeah, my dogs.
Billy Corrigan is the owner of it, and NWA is bringing back territories, so they're gonna have a territory in Cleveland, too. So it seems like Billy is like, all right, cool, let's bring this shit back to the old school. Which I think is dope, because I think there's a lot of independent organizations around the country that can use the NWA name and brand attached to it. So, like, what are your thoughts on NWA getting the TV deal, and will you be getting TV to see it?
Man, that's a great second question too. That's a great follow-up question. One, okay, I love it, right? I love it because I think for all of us, I'm going to say the target demo, the core demo of the First Black Champ podcast just likes wrestling, because we remember when it was 80s, 90s wrestling, where it wasn't multi-billion dollar, where we didn't care about anything other than the 93,000 people that showed up for WrestleMania 3, but we didn't care if only 10,000 showed up everywhere else. We were more about the characters. We were more about the sport. We were more about the story. And I think with the TV deal, what I'm hoping, this is my guaranteed hope, is that with the TV deal, NWA now gets more in-depth with their storytelling. Right now, they do just promo wrestling. And I'm not mad at that because sometimes you just want to get right to it. But hopefully with the TV deal, it gives them a chance to tell more story because I think they do got a few good storytellers over there already. And that TV deal will only make it great. Will only make it greater. And I do also want to say that I love the aspect of the territories coming back because now wrestling has got so big that it has 2 levels, right? Now NWA can be like underground hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like the WWE is Jay-Z, Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, and like Nicki Minaj, right? And Cardi B. But NWA can be Rock Marciano, Griselda, Action Bronson and Nick Grant and Jaron Bitten and all those guys. And I think, and then you got like Wale who can like go in between. Pause. And I think with that, you show one how big wrestling is just in the US, and then you appease everybody because the people that buy Drake albums, there is a small percentage of them that still will buy a Benny the Butcher album. You know what I'm saying? Whether they collab or not, or will buy a West Side Gun or something like that. So I do love that aspect. Now to the hard-hitting question. Will I get cable now that NWA is on TV as well as WWE? To be fiscally responsible, they better make it on Hulu.
Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Doesn't CW have a Nashville affiliate?
Oh, you know what? I gotta look, but I think
Hold on, let me Google. Yes,
so,
you do.
Hey. Oh, well then, hey, listen. We might have to do something.
I don't know what the channel is. But, I mean, I don't know what like the number channel is, but there's a CW Nashville. Hey.
Hey, well, listen.
Hold on, let me see.
It's getting watched.
It's getting watched, fam.
Yeah, it's absolutely getting watched. And as long as they are airing at a time I can watch. Hey, look, I'm so excited about having a 5-day work week like the rest of y'all or maybe 6 days sometimes that I can't contain myself. To have one guaranteed day off is going to be super lit. Like the only time I've been able to have a day off is when I physically have taken a PTO or a sick day for about 3 years. So you know what I'm saying? I tried to take a break in summer 2022. Didn't work well. Had to get back to work. And I've now worked myself in a greater position to be on 5 days. We got a lot of changes coming up. I'm excited. And I might be able to watch some more wrestling with y'all, man. How about that?
There you go. Hey, man. Thank God for that. But yeah, and then plus, it's a CW regular television out there. So look, there you go. All right. So like who are some of the people that once they are on television, people are really going to get a chance to see who these people are and grow with them and become bigger fans.
Mm-hmm. Well, man, the first thing I want to say is, man, I'm mad this didn't happen when Nick Aldis was the champ. Like that's probably the biggest miss, even though he obviously has the broader audience. I think a lot of the work that Nick Aldis did over the last few years, it's unfortunate that he won't be able to carry the flag for the company that's now getting this deal, which now I kind of see where him and Billy were kind of going wrong, because it was like, dog, if you just chill for like another minute though, like we good. He was like, nah, ain't no more chill. So I get it, but man, missed opportunity. Obviously, and I'm going to say obviously for all the obvious reasons when I say the name, Camille Brickhouse is going to be the premier star. Like, I think that with everything happening in wrestling right now, people are going to see her and they're going to do all the cliche things we expect. Oh, we need her against Charlotte. Oh, we need her. I would love to see her and Bianca Belair. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I do see that happening for her. I think her star elevates. I think that someone like her on the roster definitely gets more attention to the brand, and maybe not even for wrestling, so to speak. But the other two women that I hope benefit from that as well are Allison Kay and Marty Bell, even though I know they kind of indie, kind of floating, doing their own thing. But hey, they're in the program, and they do be holding titles, and they be NWA titles. So Camille, Brickhouse, Marty Bell, and Allison Kay, I think will definitely be rising stars. Their star will increase. These ladies also have OnlyFans, that being Allison and Marty. So, do with that information what you will. Y'all know I'm super big on Southern Six, which is Kerry Morton, Thrill Billy, and the other dude, which I'm not trying to slight the other dude. I just don't know his name because he got busy at the show. Again, hey, I think Ricky Morton's son, Kerry Morton, is a fucking star. Like, that kid is dope. And it's only a matter of time before, and it's only a matter of time that he takes over all those territories. If he wants to stay that route, I think that he's the new throwback legend. If I'm being honest with you, like,
so I want to make sure we get these names right. Kerry Morton,
yes.
Thrill Billy Silas Mason.
Yeah.
It is Alex Taylor. And am I missing anybody else? I'm Googling. Yeah, so am I missing anybody else? Or is it like legit 6 people? Or that's what,
No, hey, listen. They call themselves the Southern Six, and there's literally only 3 of them. Hey, right. unless everybody daddy count, because Ricky Morton helped them win a match. But yeah, they literally were the Southern Six. I was like, well, where are the other 3 people at? And of course, I went 2 nights in a row. And they literally came out as the Southern Six both times, just them 3. So unless they recruiting and they ain't telling us, the Southern Six are just those 3. And yeah, dude name was so regular, that's why I forgot it. but I was like, like.
And Thrill Billy looks like what's my man name? What's my man name from the Freebirds?
Not Jimmy Garvin, but
Terry Gordy.
Terry, yeah.
Terry Bam Bam Gordy. He looks like Terry Bam Bam Gordy, G.
Hey, he be fighting like him too. Hey, I'm telling you. Hey, listen, Southern Six is fire, man. I don't know if y'all get a chance to check out NWA. They be on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? If you ever missed the show, or you can also follow them on Instagram and on X. Fuck that. Follow them on Twitter. I'm not saying X. Fuck that shit. But yes, I like all of those. I look forward. I don't know if this is going to happen, but I look forward to Sexy Jesus, my man Chris Masterpiece, getting another chance at mainstream media, mainstream stardom. I won't even front. I was just happy to see him. I didn't see much out of him at the 2 shows I went to, but I still believe in homie. And that's why I shared the clip of Shawn Michaels being like, yo, I ain't having a problem working with dude, even though like other people did. So like that was cool to see. Hey, look, I know y'all feel away, especially I know Bang and I, this is the one wrestler we always part ways on. I'm looking forward to EC3 getting exposed, and I'm yanking that title right off of homie. Because he ain't got it. He don't got it, man.
Hey, it's his organization that is the first territory in NWA. So,
Yeah, hey, I'm looking forward to him getting exposed. Because, yo, nah. You know what I'm saying? It's not yet Masters and Matt Cardona, I think. But Matt Cardona do what he want to do. And I like that about him. So, you know what I'm saying? It's man, I'm trying to think. Oh, my young girls, what does they call them? Pretty Deadly, I think is what. No, not Pretty Deadly. I'm sorry.
No, Pretty Empowered.
Yeah, Pretty Empowered.
I just learned about Pretty Empowered yesterday.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, hey, listen, long segment, shorter, right? The NWA roster is pretty dope with some young talent, with some seasoned talent, and a chance for a few of those young men and women to really make a big name for themselves, maybe in just a circuit that may not see them as WrestleMania headliners, but can make them household names for core wrestling fans. And I think that's the most important, minus all the other flash and sizzle and steak and all that mess.
But for breakout stars, you're putting your money on the Southern Six.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, yo, when y'all see, hey, look, the first time y'all see Kerry Morton, just tell me I lied to you. Just tell me I lied to you. That's it. I believe in Thrill Billy, but he has a chance to be like, again, Terry Bam Bam Gordy. He has a chance to be, you know, Stan Hansen and Terry Funk. Like, he could be that guy in movies, like, because he has that kind of character, personality. But like, I don't see any of these guys. Well, outside of Kerry Morton, I don't see WrestleMania headliner yet. But that ain't what I'm watching wrestling for, though. I only care about that when y'all go crazy online talking about who need the title. That's the only time I care about that. I care about people being dope wrestlers and giving us dope moments. And I would say men and women, NWA got about 12 of them. EC3 ain't one of them, though. I just want to make that clear. He's not one of them.
All right, well, all right, man, let's go ahead and jump on over to Raw real quick. And on the season premiere, I'm weirded out by wrestling having season premieres, fam. Like, y'all,
it's kind of wild.
Y'all come on every day. I mean, every week. There's
like all year. Y'all even work on Christmas, but y'all got a season premiere.
Yeah, like there's no reruns that we watch, like from the spring, the summer to the fall, fam. It is wrestling. So a season premiere, stop, fam. That shit's weird. All right. Yeah. But Raw had their season premiere, and in their main event, Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso went up against Judgment Day for the Unified Tag Team Championships, and Jimmy Roma came through, with his bloodline red, super kicked his brother, put him in the ring, and they lost the belts. So, which means technically they lost their need to be on SmackDown, like we had them to. So, what are your thoughts on them losing the tag team belts? And
hey, my instant thought was, we were right and they did it wrong. That's what I got. Like they did what we thought was gonna happen. I was like, yo, Bloodline definitely about to cost them the belts, but they didn't draw out the story about how Roman sent the hit to make it happen, which I was like, damn, that was kind of undersold. Thank you for Paul Heyman to kind of connecting the dots on Friday for those that may have just missed, what had happened. I think it was a greater story to be told in that piece, but they didn't tell it. And that's kind of unfortunate. Story continuity was needed, and they were looking for that on WWE.com careers at one point, and I see that person must have took the week off. But whoever they hired must have took the week off, man. I don't think a short title run for Cody and Jay, I don't think it really matters without a great story to be told. So I'm hoping this picks up. Like, y'all were talking about, y'all meaning goofballs on Twitter. Y'all were talking about how the Bloodline storyline had got very stagnant and how nothing was like interesting happening. I want to let y'all know that y'all are officially in that piece of the story now. Everything that was happening up until now, in the last couple of weeks, I'll give it a star, 4 to 5, to be honest with you, because it's a long form storytelling. But what we're doing right now, I don't feel it. I get it. They're just not doing it right to me. Like we're not overly invested in the Bloodline anymore. And I could tell that by how now every segment tries to mention the Bloodline in some way to keep us interested. But like, I don't want to hear how Drew McIntyre is still mad about how the Bloodline cost him his title. I don't want to hear how Sammy and Jay remember being in the bloodline, but now they can be cool now. I don't want to hear how like Kevin Owens might reignite his issue with the bloodline, and then there's no bloodline member showing up. There's no Roman Reigns. There's no Paul Heyman. And like Cody wants to finish the story, but he has to finish the story after he handles the bloodline business. It's like, no, you don't. It is like, now it's just, let's just talk up the bloodline. And it's like, but it's already been a thing for over a year. We don't need to talk it up anymore. That's why I don't like how that tag title situation ended, because it just added fuel to the why are we doing this with this name, this brand, this story.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm like, let me wait and see what's gonna happen next. But I am kind of out on the bloodline story. Mm-hmm. I am like away from it now. I am looking at this as more as, I'm not even looking at this like the Jay and Jimmy thing.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because, I mean, I know they're trying to like reel us in and let the story unfold, but Jimmy's just not captivating to me, fam.
Yeah, it's unfortunate too,
like,
right?
That's, and I think that's the pure reason why I'm out right now, because Jimmy just ain't it for me. Even when on SmackDown, where he was doing the thing like, I'm the quarterback today, and yeah, he didn't. I was like,
yeah,
no,
yeah, man. No. This is the part where I just take a quick segment. I mean, take a quick second to tell y'all that the loose cannon character was only done right by one man and one man only. I credit him for truly starting the Attitude Era. And I think that if he was in the locker room, or if Jimmy had a direct line to him, he would be able to make this a lot greater than what it is. And that man is Brian Pillman. I think that what Jimmy is trying to capture is that, but he doesn't appear dangerous. He just appears reckless. And we've all known, hey, look, whether you truly grew up in the hood or not, if you ever visited the hood, you've been to the corner store, you've been to the park, and you've seen the dude that's just a little OC. And he talking crazy, he doing a lot of stuff, he threatening people, but you know he really ain't gonna do nothing. But then you got the dude that's just walking down the street in the hoodie, but it's 86 degrees. And they be like, hey, no, don't fuck with Johnny, bro. You do not want to stop Johnny. Like, man, that nigga might kill you. And he might be a nice guy. You might be the only person that he speak to or show respect to. But everybody else, be on notice. And that's the difference between Brian Pillman and Jimmy Soundclip. And until his character has more strength and uncertainty behind it, I think we all gonna tune out of this. That's just what I see, because it's not like he's not selling it left or right. He just out here doing stuff and it's happening to work. And to be real, I don't know how y'all feel, and I'm going to open up the floor after I give this after I say the statement. I think Jimmy's character is also bringing Solo down, because Solo don't even appear that dangerous. No
man, Solo does not appear dangerous anymore. Solo getting, I mean, okay, I know it's John Cena. Don't get me wrong, I know it's John Cena. So if there's anybody that's going to handle you, it's John Cena. But he don't look threatening. Like Umaga look threatening. If you want to,
thank you.
If you want to put the family members together, hey, Umaga look threatening.
Yeah. And Jimmy, look, Umaga beating Cena ass was not going to be a surprise to us had it happened when it was going on.
Yeah, I know some of the internet is going to disagree with me. I get it, but this is just my feeling when I see John Cena and Jey Uso go up against Jimmy and Solo, I look at Jimmy and Solo as jobbers at this point. Like that's how they're making me feel. I'm not worried when I see John Cena and Jey Uso go up against Solo and Jimmy. Hell, I don't feel like, oh, John Cena is in danger. He might get a Samoan spike here there, but I never leave. They never leave me thinking John Cena or Jay is in any legit danger. Yeah. Now, maybe the ass whooping of all ass whoopings is coming, so it makes you go, oh, okay. But right now, when I look at John Cena and Jey Uso versus Jimmy and Solo, I don't feel that. And honestly, it's because of Jimmy. It is not because of Solo. Because Solo is serious and getting down to business, and Jay is basically like the comic relief at this point. Yeah. And I don't like that for Jimmy. Jimmy came back, was like, I'm nobody's bitch, and he's acting like one. And that's why I'm not really feeling this right now. And it's good that Roman is kind of separated from this. So it feels like the bloodline is one thing and Roman Reigns is separately, even though we're gonna get to some shit that I personally don't like for somebody else. But at the same time, like, it just does not feel right at this point to even think anything else. For me to even think like, yo, you know, Roman Cousins might have a little bit of chance here.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said that, because now, even just going back to the original storyline that started the whole tribal chief thing, Roman versus Jay. Now looking back, what made Jay's story so compelling was this. He was the cousin that unconditionally loved everybody, but was tired of being last place. He was tired of being the third one mentioned or not mentioned at all. And he vowed to do something about it. The first thing he vowed to do was win the title. Didn't happen. Cousin started beating him to the floor. His brother had to come out and save him. And he was like, damn. At first, it looked like if you can't beat him, join him for Jay. But then he turned that on to, well, you know what? Maybe my cousin can with me. Maybe I ain't better than him, but I'm better than all y'all. Yeah. and then he got very serious. He got very dangerous, and he started doing some real shit. and that power dynamic that he threw out there really was like, oh man, Roman really is unstoppable. If he got Jay turned up like this, like if losing to Roman turned him up like this, man, we in trouble.
Yeah.
We don't get that with this. Jimmy's taking the I've been number one approach, but he's showing us, nah, you number one in your mind, G. Like this, nah. It's a lot of people ahead of you and in front of you. I'll say this. The promo Cena cut on SmackDown was more believable that he ain't about to lose for the next 5 years.
Man.
Like, more than I see anything positive happening for Jimmy at any PLE that's coming up. Because Cena was like, 2002 days, I ain't won a singles match yet. I ain't won a match since 2018. Somebody getting smoked. And I was like, oh, okay. We right back to it. It's 06. Like, it's 06 again. We here. and then, you know, everybody did. Hey, Cena put hands on everybody and walked out. So that's got me thinking, oh man, if it is a John and Jay situation versus real life John, who's Jimmy and Solo, yeah, they getting washed. They getting washed. Because Cena already said it. Hey, look, I ain't losing no more. Yeah. So, hey, look, hey, and that's a message to you trolls and all you people that's down this greatest of all time talk. And he was like, all right, look, I'll let y'all beat me for 5 years. Look where we at. Now we done. Now we done. I gave y'all all the looks I could give y'all. We back on my shit now. Hey, and I respect it. I'm here for it. I want to see where this goes.
Basically, that you nail head, you hit it, fam. It's like when John Cena came out and was like, yo, I'll let you niggas live for 5 years, but now
yeah, that's done.
it's done. And you don't even show a true show of force,
man,
to make us think otherwise, to match up with it. It don't even give me big match feel, fam. Because John Cena came through saying, hey, I ain't losing no more. Came through, whooped everybody ass. You know what I'm saying? Gave Solo the F5, Jimmy super kicking his brother, and then, you know, Jay gets kicked off of SmackDown by Nick Aldis, which makes us think we're gonna get something big at least at Saudi Mania 5. But Survivor Series, it feels like we're gonna go back to SmackDown versus Raw.
Question, because I seen it on the quick scroll, and I don't know. I didn't get a chance to read the caption. I just saw the picture. I was like, you know, I actually like that. I'm here, and I want to say this right now. I'm super here for Survivor Series SmackDown versus Raw, but it being Team Jimmy versus Team Jay, with Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce as the representative, so to speak. Even they could get in the ring or not, but I'm here for that. Team Jimmy versus Team Jay.
Hey, I'm here for Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce actually be in the ring, fam.
Yes.
If we're gonna do this, because we talked about this last week.
Yeah.
Very interesting on the WWE's part to have two former NWA world champions.
Yeah.
All right. That's one. Two, Nick Aldis can still go.
For sure.
Nick Aldis, I don't think is 40.
Hey, that blazer ain't hiding nothing. That blazer ain't hiding nothing. That's still the man at 1,043 days with 10 pounds of gold. That's still him.
Yeah. So let me make I was out. Not only I was right, this nigga 36.
Oh, it's up.
Yeah.
It's up.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that because, I mean, obviously Mickey James' wife, but it's up.
Yeah.
It's up.
Yeah, so, if we gonna do this, and I did not know Adam Pearce was from Lake Forest.
Straight up.
Oh, man, I did not know he was from Lake Forest, man.
Yo.
Well,
man, Adam Pearce, you just gained 50 points.
Hey. Adam Pearce, you just became one of my favorite people in the WWE. He went to Waukegan High School, fam.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, let me find out that I walked past you in Gurney Mills one day.
Right, man. Hey, Adam Pearce, you all right with us?
Yeah.
So, that being said, man, I don't look. If we gonna do this, Scrap Daddy and Nick Aldis got to be on the squad.
Okay.
Raw, SmackDown, they got to be on there. All right. Enough said. If we gonna do this SmackDown versus Raw shit, and if Nick Aldis is like, y'all get out for one night only, we gotta have two former NWA World Champions on Survivor Series wrestling each other, so Michael Cole could get on there and be like, hey, I don't know if y'all understand the historical relevance of this, but Nick Aldis is a former NWA World Champion, and our Adam Pearce is as well.
Yeah.
Bing.
Man. You know what I'm saying?
So stop playing. If we're gonna do the SmackDown versus Raw shit again, let's go ahead and get somebody from the crib.
You know what I mean?
And somebody from where Cam don't like them.
Yeah, hey, see? I fuck with Nick Aldis. I'm not racist. You can't prove it. I told you. Hey, he ain't one of the soft ones. He ain't one of them soft ones. That's all.
Well, no, man, we got to get Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce on the SmackDown and Raw teams, respectively. Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes, I guess Drew McIntyre and one more and Sami Zayn, you know what I'm saying, versus Solo, Jimmy, whoever. But I do have a question that I just want to throw out real quick. Is Sami Zayn going to turn heel and turn on Jay? Or is Jay going to turn on everybody? Where do we go with this story?
Yeah, you know what? Neither is going to happen. And I'll tell you why. Because they are hell bent on getting Drew McIntyre back in this story. And Drew McIntyre is going to spend the next 2 months beating up both of them to the point that, if nothing else, they'll be a heel tag team, or they're gonna be a face tag team. It don't matter. I think that although we never got Jay versus Sami the way we expected to get the match, they now have no true motive to do it right now. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I think the only wild card that sets it up is Survivor Series, because Kevin Owens is going to make Team Jimmy. And he's going to make Team Jimmy because he don't like Jay. Right. So he was like, look, I'll help both of y'all beat them up just like y'all let my friend help beat me up. So I just want to fight both of y'all. I can see him pulling a new Bad News Brown and trying to take out Jimmy and Jay. He's like, look, this is what I'm here for. I'm here to fight y'all. I don't care about nothing about this match. Disqualify me, whatever. As long as I get one of y'all, I'm good. But no, Sami and Jay, I think that what we're really going to get, because we didn't get this, we truly didn't get this. We got them on the same page in just enough time for Sami to be tired of Roman. We didn't get the run where Jay and Sami are actually real cool and they fighting together and getting along consistently. We never got that.
Okay.
And if anything, I see them taking. Matter of fact, this is my guarantee. Let me calm down.
Uh-oh.
This is my guarantee. And I'm glad that you said that, because it segued right into it. I got Jay and Sami beating the Judgment Day for the tag titles and holding them until. Because that's Jimmy's. That now we've officially did the Jay is now Edge thing, where it's like, yeah, I'm the guy that everybody come to get their tag team titles with. Like, if you like, yeah, it was Edge and Christian, but then there was Edge and Randy. Then there was Edge and I think Jericho at one point, real quick. And it was Edge and like it's somebody. It's always somebody else. But at the end of the day, he ended up winning the tag team titles about 30 times, and he had about 8 partners. And I can see them building Jay to be that. Why they are not giving him solo title opportunities, I personally don't know, because obviously the crowd wants that more than they talking about Sami. Sami talking himself into the title picture. Bad news for y'all. Not gonna happen. But both of them together, tag team champs, to the dismay of both Kevin Owens and Jimmy, yeah, I see that happening, because that actually flips and bounce the story with the two guys who were actually the real focal point of everything that happened last year anyway.
Okay. I'm going to go with another guarantee right now. Just go ahead and get mine out the way. And my guarantee is Sami Zayn is going to be the next loose cannon. I think that Sami is going to feel alone, and in his feeling alone, he's going to tweak, and you're going to see a unhinged, deranged Sami Zayn. You know, his man's come over there and takes the title from him. His best friend is gone because of his man's. He wants to win this championship, and he doesn't know how he's going to get it. but he feels like he's a world champion. This is going to be the more unhinged version of what you saw in NXT, when he was always close but no cigar, but he was, he was still a bit cheerful and all of that. I'm going to get to it. No, I think this Sami Zayn is going to snap. And when he snaps, I think this is when he starts to get that character over. And the second part of my guarantee is in 2024, Sami Zayn will hold that World Heavyweight Championship belt.
Hey, listen, it will take that for it to happen. Again, back to the godfather of loose cannons. Brian Pillman should have lived, if he had lived long enough. That title was in his sights because it would have been Pillman and Austin for the World Heavyweight Championship. It would have been. Yeah. That's in all certainty in my mind. That Goldust angle was just to get him over further into the stratosphere. And Austin and Pillman were really cool, and that would have been great to watch. The Hollywood Blondes explode. You don't really need to pause that if you're talking about women.
No, you don't.
But the point I'm making is that would have been the stamp of Brian Pillman being one of the greatest of the 90s into the 2000s. And unfortunately, we just did not get that. But I do love the range that Sami Zayn is able to create. I've never been the biggest Sami Zayn fan overall, just through time, but I will say, ever since he wanted to be Canadian Castro, taking a liking to homie. And since he did the Canadian Castro character, and then everything up until the Bloodline, except when he was acting like a little hoe the whole time and like crying when everybody to hug him and be loved, or you're going to start crying and bitching and shit. I didn't like that. But the actual work that he is doing has been incredible. So it's not that he doesn't deserve a title shot based on the work he's put in. It's just that the characters that he's been exhibiting ain't been it. But yeah, if he goes loose cannon to Bane's guarantee, all bets are off. And then I'm with you.
Yeah, so to add to all of this, it was officially announced that Roman Reigns is going to go up against LA Knight at Saudi Mania. Yeah or no?
Yeah. It might be a no.
No, let me just get my thoughts off the bat right here. I don't like this. I don't like this for the LA Knight character. I may very well be wrong, y'all. I might very well be wrong. So y'all can take this, download it, save it, and do whatever y'all will with it. But I think LA Knight is going to go right back to the ghetto after this match.
Damn. Right back to the ghetto.
Right back to the ghetto, fam. Like, I see this being the cleanest Roman Reigns victory since WrestleMania, where he pinned Bryan Danielson and Adam Copeland.
At the same damn time.
At the same damn time, fam, in the triple threat match. Put them on top of each other. Pinned them. That's what I see here. I don't see this being good for the LA Knight character. Yeah. But no. Because where does he go from here after he loses clean to Roman Reigns?
Yeah.
Will we get a rematch at Survivor Series? And that's the last pay-per-view of the year. Or premium live event.
Yeah.
That's it. So where do we go with LA Knight? We get him in a title match versus Logan Paul when Logan Paul defeats Rey Mysterio Jr. the same night for the United States Championship. That's what I see him. Now, this could very well be like John Cena, right? Remember when John Cena went up against Brock Lesnar for the World Championship? We already knew what the lit was going to be. We knew he had no chance, but main event, put them two in a match. Let's test out John Cena. And then eventually John Cena won the United States Championship.
Yeah.
And then the World Championship. Difference is John Cena was in his 20s when that happened.
Yeah.
So anything like that, you got to fast track it with LA Knight. Not saying because he's old, because I'm 41. I don't think I'm old, y'all.
No.
What I'm saying is that it's more people that's capable of defeating Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, than it is anything else at this point right now. And LA Knight is probably last on the list because Cody Rhodes is right there, followed by Jey Uso. You can even throw Drew McIntyre up in that joint.
Yeah. Yeah.
LA Knight is not going to defeat Roman Reigns, y'all. We know this. This is like Erica Kane getting married, fam. We knew it was coming. We just need to know who. In this male soap opera that we have, we know LA Knight is not going to win. So what's next for LA Knight? Or does he go to Raw and he becomes the world heavyweight champion?
Well, see, that's what I wanted to happen with this whole trade situation. Like, I understand what he was saying and doing while on SmackDown, but in all honesty, it just made more sense for him to be on Raw competing for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. For everything that you're saying right now, again, I don't think, I mean, obviously the casual fan doesn't know, but I don't think even a lot of our more savvy fans truly understand how special the person has to be to take that title off of Roman Reigns. Like, we're seeing the fever pitch for LA Knight. And we are not wrong in how we feel and how we're reacting because, hey, look, I caught this, so I'm kind of conflicted here. But I got to keep it real with just the landscape of wrestling and how I see it. I even said, hey, he's a world champion if they do it right. But Roman Reigns wasn't even at 500 days as the champ when I said that. So you know what I'm saying? Like that was, I was saying that in the world of hot potato, everybody get 90 to 140, 50 days. And maybe you can go longer. But I'm still not saying that LA Knight is meant to be a transitional champion because I don't believe that either. I don't. What I am praying for in this situation is Brett versus Austin at Survivor Series or Brett versus Austin at WrestleMania. And if we do the knowledge and we know the history well enough, we know Austin is 0-2. But those matches propelled him to the air that he needed to be considered with everybody else. And like, you know, we also never discount. We also totally overlook the fact that Austin never beat Bret Hart in the WWE. Like, he has never beat him. Go back and look. Even when the Hart Foundation was rocking, when they wasn't rocking, when he was solo, when he had his ankle broken, everything. He never beat Bret Hart, ever. But we could never tell because Stone Cold was that hot and he was just that damn good. And maybe, just maybe, they are trying to see if they can capture that. But the problem with that is that Roman Reigns has been squashing people for about 3 years, or the fam has just looked out. And all those dynamics don't truly exist like they existed just even 6, 7 months ago, 8 months ago. And so that is my worry. Personally, me, I would have let LA Knight kill all those promos that he could. And then we would have negotiated like another two-way trade and sent LA Knight over to Raw and shit, brought Drew McIntyre to SmackDown. But you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. Anything else could have happened but that. to give him a more viable shot, because over there, LA Knight would have Shinsuke, Ricochet, Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn, and Seth Rollins. I think he just fits better in that crop of superstars to compete and give him a real shot at the lead title on the brand. I do anticipate a clean victory for Roman Reigns, but now I think here's the biggest task, Bang, and I want your thoughts on this. How does Roman Reigns put over the guy that's already over? Because he ain't done that yet. He's brought the guys up, but he ain't really got the over guy over some more. Can he do that in this situation?
No. And I think because wrestling wise is not going to allow it. It's not going to allow it. Like, I think you just need a dynamic character inside the square circle and not just on the microphone. And I don't think we've gotten that with the majority of the people that Roman Reigns went against, except for Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes. And I think with Cody Rhodes, he didn't do it because everybody was expecting the story to be finished.
Right.
That was a great ass match.
Yeah.
I think he has the potential to do it. But I think also that gets cut down because what's next for dude when he loses? See, that's the whole thing about the LA Knight thing. When he loses, what's next?
Yeah.
What's next for LA Knight when he gets speared or gets choked out and tapped?
Yeah, because there is no just winning a bunch of regular matches and thinking you hot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Is what we're gonna do with Survivor Series last man standing match or some shit?
Yeah. Could this be a ploy to make one of them a super heel or super face in either regard? Because obviously people aren't cheering for Roman like they were in the first 2 quarters of the year, right? But maybe this is meant to turn LA Knight heel? Maybe?
Nah. The thing is look, LA Knight is over, but he ain't Macho Man over. Well, let me rephrase that. Let me actually rephrase that differently for you all. LA Knight over, but he ain't Hulk Hogan over. But Roman Reigns is not only Hulk Hogan over, he Macho Man over. This ain't 1A versus 1B on SmackDown and the company. 1A versus 1B is Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns.
Yeah, that's
true. Currently signed. That's what this is. This right here is if Jake the Snake Roberts actually got a title shot against Hulk Hogan on the pay-per-view. And we know the outcome of that would have been Hulk Hogan going over.
Yeah.
Simple as
and
that.
Then what happens to Jake? Because the snake can't come out during the pose down.
Exactly.
I think.
Man, pause. Man, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, that was wild. But I mean, hey, that's what would have happened in '87. That's what would have happened. I'm sorry.
But yeah, like that's why I keep saying, what's next for LA Knight when he lose?
Yeah.
That's why we'll continue to say what's next is him versus Logan Paul. The transition is Logan Paul wins against Rey Mysterio. LA Knight loses against Roman Reigns. LA Knight eventually goes up against Logan Paul. He defeats Logan Paul eventually for the United States Championship. That's what you should just do in the fucking first place instead of feeding them to Roman Reigns.
Yeah, that's a fact.
All they did was got LA Knight fat. We allowed it. Y'all fed into it. Now Triple H and TKO is about to feed LA Knight, the dude with the biggest pop, to Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns is fat. LA Knight sitting over there like, yo, what's next for me? Or maybe it's LA Knight versus Gunther. Maybe LA Knight is the person that takes Gunther out and becomes the Intercontinental Champion. Either way it goes, secondary title awaits you, bro.
Yeah.
As long as you do what you need to do here and make this a great match, secondary title awaits you, Jack.
Hey, and you know what? And for everybody that might be conflicted, that's honestly a great thing. That's honestly a great thing. Hell, that's where I wanted him to be 3 months ago. When the whole mix of should it be Sabu's rich son or Grayson Waller or The Miz, or I was like, no, just give the belt to LA Knight. Like Austin Theory ain't doing shit with this. Like this, like you need the hot guy with the title that don't like he's got to make the title. Like the title wouldn't have made LA Knight, and that's why you give it to him. But they didn't go that route. They gave it back to Rey Mysterio. It's great.
Yeah, so I'm worried about that. All right, man. Oh, man. Because I mean that's pretty much it. But before we get out of here, Nashville got a slide, fam. They got some black country singer got a Nashville slide, fam.
Is it Willie Jones?
I'm about to see this do this. Arnell Lajon.
Oh yeah, I ain't heard of homie. And the reason why I went Willie Jones because he basically doing trap country, and I was like, yeah, he would be the guy to make a slide. But them white folks are gonna be in the middle of Broadway doing that shit.
Hold on,
yo, Nashville loves Willie Jones. He got some bops though. Hey, real quick, let's talk music real quick. I'm not a Lil Nas X fan, right? But I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna look back at this period of music and black country and realize that Lil Nas X was indeed the blueprint for a lot of trap country we hear now.
I go to Nashville slide.
You gon' slide, and just a Nashville slide. It's a meal from the 615. Gonna bring the world together on the right side. Tonight we came here to have a good time. So grab your drink and get in line. And we gon' ride, come on and ride. Then you gon' twist it to the side. You gon' slide, slide.
That's nasty right there, though. What I had up, I don't know what that was. Who's that?
Then you gon' ride.
I just noticed that. Hold on, somebody had a whole ass hand on the ass. So y'all doing this in Nashville?
It's a meal from the 615. Hey, gonna bring the world together on the right side.
I want to be understood clearly. I want because that was funny. Move over to me a dance. No, hey, look. On some real stuff, hey, listen. I like this for two reasons. One, because line dancing has so many variations in the city, and I can definitely see this one taking off because it's one, it's got 808 and the black guys leading it. And I encourage all of you black folks that just visit Nashville to come and go to one of the line dancing spots. You know what I'm saying? Try to learn one or make one up because that's kind of what this is right here. But also, too, the reason why I really love this is because I've watched a lot of you black folks just spin yourself in circles and almost tear your ACL, MCL, and everything else in your knees and ankles trying to do the Tamia dance, and you look tired, you look out of place. I'm concerned for you. This young brother has came up with something that's easier for you to do. You know what I'm saying? Like hey, listen. Hey, shout out to rest in peace, Casper. You know what I'm saying? But hey, he was on to something. Sometimes y'all just need to the left. Take it back now, y'all. That's all y'all need to do. Sometimes you need to go to Cupid and just now to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left, not to the right. And then you need to kick and walk it by yourself. Sometimes y'all just need about 6 steps and your own swagger to get you through the night.
Hey, man, I'm going to throw out a challenge for Xavier Woods. Because if it's anybody who brings random culture stuff to the WWE, it's Xavier Woods. Because when they brought them chairs out,
yeah,
after the Montgomery thing, I was like, okay, y'all wilding now. But Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, this is for you.
Yeah,
I need a segment on Raw that y'all doing the Tamia dance.
Yeah.
And y'all trying to get the white wrestlers to do the Tamia dance.
Oh man, that's gonna be fun.
And then like it needs to be Xavier Woods, Kofi, Natalya.
Of course. Of course. Hey. No, they definitely doing it.
And what's the Asian wrestler name that they just be having doing random ass shit now?
What you said? Who?
Got my man name real quick. The Asian wrestler that they be having doing random.
Oh,
shit
Wesley.
Nah, the Asian wrestler, fam.
Oh, he ain't Asian.
No, he's black, fam.
No, oh wait, no, Dragon Lee. That's what.
Oh, not Dragon Lee. The one that was the one that was a 24 champion like 50 times.
Oh, my man Akira Tozawa.
Yeah, there we go. I need Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, Natalya, and Akira Tozawa to be doing the Tamia line dance, and Drew McIntyre walks up and looks confused about what everybody's doing, and then they say that they doing the Tamia line dance, and Akira Tozawa is looking confused as hell, and then Drew McIntyre says to them, "See, this is why nobody takes y'all serious," and it leads to a match where Xavier Woods eventually loses. You know what I'm saying? Because it gives Drew McIntyre a win. But we need that part of the culture on WWE TV.
Now, see, I was with you, but I had Ludwig Kaiser.
Hey, one of them European wrestlers.
This, and then, hey, look, but I want him to come out and hit the Rene Dupree, though. I want him to hit the shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, hey, yo, Ludwig Kaiser gotta show up and hit the Rene Dupree and be like, this, I don't know nothing about that, but this the step right here.
Yeah, I need Xavier Woods to hit the shoulder and that thing with the turn and stuff, and Akira Tozawa just be looking confused, like. And then it leads to a match with Drew or Kaiser, and then there we go. We on the same page, though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, absolutely. Nashville slide. Hey, you know what? I'm here for it, though, man. Hey, look, black people taking country music step by step. I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. Shout out to my guy Freddie P, man. We was hanging out at Kingland too, and he got a new song out. I forget that. I think it's is it called Good Girls? I think it is. Hold on, man. I'm gonna do this right because since we're talking about country music, but let nothing distract y'all from the fact that I really do believe that Lil Nas X will get coined for he'll be the Little Richard of trap country because everybody took his blueprint, but they making full albums. He had one song. They taking full albums. Oh no. Shout out to my man Freddie P. Song is Girl Magic. Y'all let me know if y'all mess with it. Why? You know what I'm saying? Why not? You know what I'm saying? Black country artist. Him, Willie Jones, Rashad. A lot of them basically rapping or singing. And it just got country twang to it. I think it's some stuff that y'all get into. Y'all let me know if y'all mess with it. And I'll be on the lookout for that K Michelle country album too, because she live here now. Oh wow. Yeah. She said she'd be at the was it the Blue Note? But yeah, interesting times here in old Nasty Nash.
Yeah, well, tell her I said hi.
For sure.
That being said, man, that's about it, man. We said our guarantees and everything. So,
yeah, man. Oh man. Well, guys, it's been great. It's been real. Hopefully you've learned a lot today, between how to navigate family being Bears and Packers fans when they're twins, to one twin just being better than the other at being the bad and the good guy in the world of professional wrestling. And hey, also the byproduct of maybe an artist that you're not liking spawning a different genre of music for Black culture to thrive in. You get it all here. You got here on one show. You don't know one damn wrestling podcast in the world that can do that. And it definitely wouldn't have sounded like this. All right. So, man, thank y'all for tuning in. Obviously, Bang and I can do this show without anybody, but all of you with the participation in the stream, the quick facts, the likes, comments, shares, questions, commentary, innuendo, all of it, greatly appreciated. And it is what makes the first Black Champ community what it is. So we graciously and sincerely thank all of you. And whenever you want to talk about wrestling in an unconventional way, you do so by checking out the First Black Champ podcast. Pick, VP, DOC, and we are out. Fuck Johnny Wrestling. Fuck Johnny Wrestling.
He ain't been on TV since he got kicked in the face, right? Or was they on that last week and I missed it?
Hey, just like real life. I'm here for it.